little black line here. Normally that's where the temperature should be, but our temperature was well down. So we contacted our AGA engineer, and very kindly he came out and he explained to me today that there is a particular issue with oil-fired AGAs, and that a build-up of wax forms in the back of the electric box or the oil burning box. And I've done a separate video and I'll attach that to this. But what the AGA engineer explained is that wax builds up and it's formed by the oil. It's not there's no reason for it, it just forms. But it clogs one of the buttons at the back of the oil box and prevents the oil getting through to the burners and gives you a bad burn, which in turn reduces the amount of oil getting into the burner and reduces the temperature. So the other video, which you'll see shortly, will tell you how to sort out that particular problem, and hopefully could save you lots and lots of money.
That allows this electric head to cool,
yeah,
and go cold.
Right, so that's turn the electric off, 15 minutes, let
Yes.
that cool down.
Yes. After that, there's a little arm that protrudes out of the back of this box.
Oh right, I didn't even know that. Oh, I see, hold on.
Okay.
Oh yes, I see it there.
Flick that up and down quite aggressively, about a dozen times.
See.
And then what'll happen is, a lot of people call it dirt in the metering stem. It's not dirt, it's a wax that forms on a brass metering stem,
right.
And that comes from the oil. It's not your oil man's fault, it's just
the way it is.
It's just whatever way the oil reacts with the brass, that's what it does. Let the electric head cool, flick that up and down about a dozen times, turn the electric supply back on again, and what you'll find is it comes up into a full high fire. The problem is whenever that wax forms, it holds the metering stem,
right,
and doesn't allow it to fully vaporise. Let the electric head cool, flick that up and down about a dozen times, turn the electric supply back on again, and what you'll find is it comes up into a full high fire.
Recently, after a service, my AGA failed to regain proper temperature, despite me doing everything that was included in the previous video. This caused a lot of concern because we had guests coming over from France and our cooker was not able to do cooking at the correct temperature. So we called our wonderful AGA engineer John Simpson back out again, and immediately he looked and discovered the problem, which was the oil filter that comes out of the oil tank, something we hadn't considered. This is the oil filter, and when you have a service done on your AGA annually, then it's worth changing that filter, because that filter was blocked and it was preventing the oil from getting into the AGA to enable it to maintain the correct temperature.